Hello everyone, I know it's been a while since I've made a video, but never worry, never fear, a new video is here. I've got a 2005 F-150. You guys will probably recognize this truck if you've seen the engine and transmission replacement we did. The owner got it back, was really happy with it, and called me a couple weeks later and said he had a problem with the air conditioning. He ended up taking it to another shop, had the other shop look at it. The other shop said that the charge level was good. They couldn't find any leaks. So he took it back home and eventually brought it back to me. So let me walk you through what I did with this truck, what I found, and what the solution to the no air conditioning problem turned out to be. One of the first components I suspected to be bad was the AC compressor. Seeing as I had to replace the AC compressor on my 2007 around the same time, I figured it was time to put a compressor on this one. If it's a clutch style here, like you see on this one, you'll have a clutch, a magnetic clutch on the outside of the pulley. So the pulley spins freely. Whenever this clutch is energized, this is magnetically pulled into, see how I can move that there? That is pulled onto the pulley here and it engages the AC compressor. Very common issue with these trucks once they hit the 200,000 mile mark is this clutch gets worn. Now the specification on these clutches is 30 thousandths of an inch, which is about the width of a fingernail or so. I don't have my little feeler gauges here with me, but I can tell you now that I've already measured this and it is way over 30 thousandths of an inch, so way out of specification. Using a power probe here, I'll demonstrate how this works. When voltage is applied to the AC compressor clutch, see how it pulls it in, but it's weak? That's how it should be. And that's why if the gap is too large, it might not engage. So I installed a new AC compressor on the truck. As you can see down in there, we've got a nice brand new Ford AC compressor, and plugged it back in, recharged the system with my AC machine there, and then started it up and commanded the AC compressor on with the climate controls in the truck, and the air conditioning was still not getting cold. So now I'm starting to question the electrical system on the truck, if there's something wrong with the electrical system. Maybe we got a blown fuse or a short to ground somewhere that's causing that. So I wiggled some connectors around, like the pressure switch here, wiggled that around. I've seen these start to go bad and get play in the terminals and not engage fully. It was fine. I checked to make sure that I had good ground at the connector on the AC compressor, which was fine. But I noticed that I wasn't getting power to the AC compressor whenever it was engaged and the AC was commanded on. So as we look at the wiring schematics here, let me show you where the power comes from and where it goes to make the AC compressor work. This is the fuse block on the passenger side of the vehicle by the kick panel area. You have a fuse number 11, which is a 10 amp fuse, comes down here, and then it goes over here to your auxiliary relay, which is on the driver's side of the truck underneath the hood. You have an AC clutch relay, and pay very close attention to this AC compressor clutch diode right here, because that's going to be important later on in the diagnostics. When the AC clutch relay is energized, this pulls the switch into the closed position, which allows power to flow down here to the AC clutch solenoid, which is part of the AC compressor, and then finally ground. Now the purpose of the diode in this electrical system is to only allow voltages over a certain amount to pass through. The reason why this is installed in the circuit is when the AC compressor clutch de-energizes, as it cycles on and off with normal operation, it creates a voltage spike. If that voltage spike doesn't have anywhere to go to ground out, it can damage the vehicle's sensitive electrical components. So what this diode does is it allows certain voltages, which are at or above a certain voltage amount, to pass through the diode and then to ground. However, it does not allow the normal battery voltage anywhere from 11 to 14 volts on the 12-volt vehicle system to pass through. therefore preventing the fuse from blowing due to a short to ground. If this diode fails, the circuit will short to ground, pop the fuse, and therefore the AC compressor will no longer function because it does not get power. Another thing to keep in mind about diodes is they must be installed correctly. If the diode is installed backwards, any amount of voltage will pass through the diode. See how it's got like a little triangular shape there? That means that any current coming from this side of the diode can pass through here regardless of voltage and continue through the diode. However, voltage under a certain amount will not be allowed to flow through the diode if it's originating on this side of the diode. It's basically like one way unless it exceeds a certain voltage. So it's important that that is installed properly. If not, it can create a short to ground. So I checked the fuses on the truck, and sure enough, fuse number 11 for the AC compressor was open. The fuse had blown. So I pulled the fuse out, replaced it with a new one, and began testing things. And I found that as soon as I commanded the AC compressor on with the climate controls here, the fuse would immediately open. The fuse would immediately blow. As you see, I got a couple fuses here that are blown from testing things. I have plenty of 10 amp fuses on hand, so I don't mind using these as fusible links for testing. As you recall earlier, I mentioned that there's an auxiliary fuse block under the hood of the truck that houses the AC compressor clutch relay. And that's what this little box is right here. There's a little cover that sits on top of it, and you have one fuse, 3 relays, and the diode. Now, let's go further back in the video towards the beginning when I mentioned that he had taken this truck to another shop. They did some looking around at it, some testing. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. If you look very closely at this fuse block here, this little opening for the diode, you'll notice that it has a little notch cut out on the left side here. If you look at this diode has a little notch. See the notch on the left there? That is so the diode can be installed in only one direction, so the current does not flow the opposite direction and cause a short to ground. Well, what I had found, whoever worked on this last and was diagnosing it had put the diode in backwards. As a result of the diode being put in backwards, whenever the AC compressor clutch was energized, the current was permitted to short to ground through the diode, which blows the fuse for the AC compressor. Now, I'm confident that whoever looked at this last removed the diode, probably tested it or checked it or looked at it or did whatever, and then put it in backwards, because when I last worked on this truck, the air conditioning was working properly. Now, the only way that this air conditioning would suddenly stop working and keep blowing that fuse due to a short to ground is if someone removed this diode, flipped it around, and forced it in backwards. As you can see, it's only supposed to be installed one way. But if you force it in, which they had done, they had just kind of jammed it in there. It was not fitting snug. That's what I noticed when I took the cover off, is this diode was not sitting in there properly. It was kind of a little cockeyed because this side of the diode was not allowed to seat in the housing here because of the way it's designed. It's only supposed to go in one way. They had forced it in the other way. So what this was doing was causing a short circuit to ground through the diode. I believe it eventually burned the diode up because when I tested it, current flows through the diode in both directions. Therefore, even when I reinstalled the diode correctly in the correct position, it was still blowing the fuse because current was still flowing through the diode in the wrong direction, which I am guessing was caused by being installed backwards. Therefore, it probably destroyed the diode internally. So I removed the diode from the fuse block and just wanted to make sure that this had solved the problem. And sure enough, once I replaced the fuse again, started the truck here, turned the AC on full. Let's go check and see if that AC compressor clutch is spinning now. And as you can see, the AC compressor is now functioning properly. Everything looks good. So this was our problem. The diode was installed backwards at some point, which ended up destroying the diode. So I'm going to get a replacement diode here, install it back in the fuse block, and this truck will be good to go. So here's a new replacement diode. We're going to make sure that we install this the correct way and it seats properly. There we go. Put that little cover back on. And finally, we have nice cold air coming from the vents. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's been a while, but give it a thumbs up if you liked it. So that's all for now. I'll see you in the next video.